Hi, what is up? My name is Megan and welcome back to my tube channel. Today I'm gonna make a little informational video telling you guys how you've been washing your hair wrong your entire life. So you're probably like, what? No, Megan, I know how to wash my hair, but you might be surprised at these little tips and tricks that I have learned over the last year and how I keep my hair looking like this after 4 days. First things first, let's talk about temperature. Temperature of your water. What should the temperature be? Warm, hot, cold? The answer is warm. You should not be washing your hair in hot water. Just like heat from your hot tools is gonna damage your hair, well, it's the same with hot water. It's going to damage your hair. So just like when you're blow drying your hair and people tell you to do a cool shot after, well, that's because the coolness actually locks in the hair and it doesn't do any damage. So if you hit it with a cool shot after, all that frizziness and stuff will stay down. So you should not be washing your hair in hot water, or you can do warm water and then at the end of your shower you can rinse it with cold water, and it'll close your follicles. That way you'll have less frizz, less damage, all of that good stuff. So the next thing is, should I be scrubbing and scratching and how hard should I be washing my hair? You should be washing your hair very gently, especially if you have a lot of breakage and a lot of damage. You don't want to be going like this in the shower because that's going to cause friction and that's going to cause more breakage and more damage. So on your scalp, you do want to massage, but make sure you're using your fingertips and not your fingernails, because your nails can cause little scratches on your scalp, which is not good either. So massage it with your fingertips, and that's going to stimulate more growth and stimulate those follicles and get the blood flow going. But on your ends, you do not want to be rubbing them together like this, because that's going to cause friction and damage as well. Now, kind of going off of that one, should you be washing just your scalp, just your ends, or your scalp and your ends? The answer is you should really be focusing mainly on your scalp, so your ends don't get as dirty as your scalp does. So when you're washing your hair, I would typically focus everything on my scalp and then bring the rest down, and not balling it up and just going like this, but by actually bringing it down and letting it wash. But your ends don't get nearly as dirty. So a trick to this is if you're going on 3 or 4 day hair, brush it out, and that's gonna distribute all of the natural oils from your scalp to the rest of your hair and keep it hydrated with your natural oils. Now, another thing is, should you be washing your hair every day? A lot of people grow up thinking that they need to wash their hair every day. I have people who I talk to every single day who are between the ages of 50 and 60, and they're older ladies, and they're no, I have to wash my hair every day, because they've been washing their hair every day for their entire life. And this is a recipe for disaster. You're just going to strip your hair of its natural oils, so it's gonna seem dry, it's gonna seem brittle, because you're taking out all of its natural oils that it needs. So no, you should not be washing it every day. I have finally found a shampoo, so you can go back and watch my favorite shampoo video. I think it's called I use 8 shampoos. So you can go back and watch that video, and I'm talking about my favorite shampoos and how I can go 6 days now without washing my hair, which is literally a miracle, because I was never able to do that before, and it just saves me so much time and effort. And so yeah, if you have a really oily scalp, you want to get a shampoo that's going to balance out your pH levels. That means that your scalp is overproducing oils, and you need to balance it out so you can go longer without washing. Okay, another serious topic of discussion is suds, bubbles in your shampoo, it getting really sudsy. Does that mean anything? No. Suds do not mean that you're getting your hair clean. Suds actually come from like ingredients that are like made, like they're not natural ingredients, and they just do that because it's a mental thing. You think you see bubbles, you get clean hair, but really it's all about the ingredients. So most likely if you're using a shampoo and it's sudsing up a lot, it's probably not good for you. The ingredients in it are probably not natural. They're artificial, or they're chemicals or something like that. So any shampoo that's gonna suds a lot is most likely not too good for your hair and your scalp health. Should you be washing your hair once or twice? Everybody knows on the back of your shampoo it'll say, what does it say? Wash, rinse, repeat, and then condition. Well, that's true. You should be washing twice. So what happens is the first wash you go in and you remove all of that buildup dirt and oils and like dirtiness from your hair. And then the second wash will go in and actually get those good ingredients from your shampoo into your scalp and into your hair's cortex. So you should be washing twice. So my first wash doesn't usually get too sudsy depending on like how dirty it is. But if it's not sudsing, that means you're getting a really deep clean. So the second wash will always suds up a little bit more than the first one. Now let's talk about when you get out of the shower. Everybody wants to, you know, take their towel and do this number and go like this and then tie it up in their towel. That's actually really bad for your hair too. So your towel is like, it also causes friction. So when you're sitting there and doing like this, you're just causing more breakage in your hair. Your hair is very fragile. So we do not want to be putting it in a towel. And also when you're putting it up in like a turban, you're gonna cause, they call it tension alopecia, which is the same thing as if you wear ponytails a lot. You'll start to notice like balding in these areas right here from, you know, pulling it back so much. So that's the same thing when you're wearing it up in like one of those, when you have it up in a towel, it's pulling your hair back, and that can cause premature balding in these spots right here, hair loss. Your hair is gonna start to like break and fall off because you're pulling it. It's like your hair is like elastic, it's stretchy. So when you're doing that, it's gonna cause it to, you know, do that. So invest in a microfiber towel. Those are so much better for your hair, and they actually hold in moisture better than a regular towel does. After shower hair care is going to be very important to the health of your hair too. So you want to do something like a leave-in conditioner or like a dry shampoo, something that's going to keep in that moisture so that you can go longer without washing. So I like to do my like I said, I'll go 6 days. So like after day 3 is when I start to get like a little bit oily, and so I'll put some dry shampoo in the night before. Right before I go to bed, I'll put some dry shampoo in, put in some leave-in conditioner for my ends so that they don't get as dry, and I wake up the next day and my hair is shiny and not oily. And that's working to prevent the problem rather than like mask it when it comes. So that's what I found really helpful for me and my hair. So another big thing is if you're getting your hair products from the drugstore and you know you're paying $5 to $10 for a bottle of shampoo, you're gonna get what you're paying for. And that's just like anything else that that you buy as a consumer, you're gonna get what you pay for. If you're paying $5 for a shampoo and you think that's gonna withhold and that's gonna, you know, if you're dyeing your hair, if you think that's gonna keep your style longer, it's not at all. So you get what you pay for. So you pay cheap prices, you're gonna get the results that you pay for. You're gonna get cheap looking hair. So you wanna invest in your hair. If you're gonna invest in, you know, a good dyeing job, you need to invest in a good set of products to maintain that style or that hair dye that you get. So you get what you pay for, and a lot of the times higher end like shampoos and conditioner are much more concentrated. So the shampoo that I use doesn't have barely any water in it, and it's based mainly on it's just products, so you only need a small amount to actually get the job done, which makes it last longer anyways, and you're washing your hair less anyways. I'm not good at math, but if you do the math, it just makes sense. So that is my little tips and tricks on washing your hair and how to maintain a good hairstyle. Not a good hairstyle. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. How to maintain good, healthy hair. So the secret to having good, healthy hair is having a good, healthy scalp, because this is where it grows from. So people always say, you know, your hair is gonna grow longer if it's if you get a trim. My hair is so long, like it's ridiculous, and these aren't extensions. This is my real hair, and it's all because my scalp is so healthy. Prior to this, my scalp would get oily after one day, y'all. I work out every day and I don't wash my hair. I wash it once a week. So call it nasty, call it whatever you want, but I will take washing my hair once a week over washing it every day, because that saves me a bunch of time in the shower, a bunch of time in the morning while I'm getting ready. All I have to do is brush it out, throw some dry shampoo in, and I'm good to go. So if you learned anything, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more of me, but that's it. That's all I have about how you've been washing your hair wrong your whole life. So I hope you learned something, and I hope you try out some of these new things that you probably learned. So I'll catch y'all. Oh my gosh. I will catch you guys in the next one, and thanks for hanging out.